hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yo. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. Yo, I'm too up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we too up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, fellas.
Now Cam, option left. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
That's rock now.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Powering his way forward. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mack on the toss. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's Newton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch it now, Barney.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A little juke. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a carry from Mack. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get him into the right defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On 1st down, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Again, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the red zone now, Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, and the Panthers add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
On play action, they'll throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here to pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
Pressure comes in, he's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Mario Addison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Mack. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back now here on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And it's up and good. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, good move. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Davis will try to run for it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Handoff comes to Anderson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hold on.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K1 short. In there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
4 down. Check.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is McCaffrey on the give. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Gun.
Newton's going to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. John Simon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be